Nebraska gets it done versus Purdue in a battle of 2 second halves, to say the least. Let's start off with the positives. Number one, we got the victory. I'm not giving it back. I don't regret it. We get the win. We're 1-0 for the week. We're 4-1 going into next week. No matter what happened in this ball game, I'm just happy we won. And, it was a tough first half, and we're going to get to that. But getting that victory against the Purdue team, it was a little bit of a trap game. They're searching for a victory. They were gritty. They're not very good, but it was important to win. Let's get into what we saw out there. Number one, I thought the passing attack was really good today. The offense in general, I thought, went up and down the field pretty well. It was just a matter of special teams. Of course, we will get to that. Defense was pretty good as well. Again, that pick six there at the end. Really, Purdue had no success doing anything. They couldn't run the football. They really couldn't pass the football. For that reason, they don't have many points on the scoreboard, only 10 points in total. So, not overall, the team actually played pretty solid despite only winning 28-10. I thought C. Wright had a good ball game. Ja'Cory Barney had a good ball game among a couple other guys who normally don't really step up. So those are the good things from this game. But let's talk about the stuff that wasn't too awesome, because listen, Purdue is not a great football team. They're 1-3 now. They are arguably the worst team in the Big Ten. We probably should have blown them out, and we shouldn't have went into the second half 0-0. So despite the fact that we played well in almost every single phase of the football game, our special teams are the first thing we have to talk about here, because this is a big issue. And if we play a competent team going forward, we are going to get exposed. 0 for 3 kicking the football today. The kicking situation was awful. The long snapper situation was awful. And at this point, we know what it is. Matt Rhule, you cannot keep bringing out John Hall to kick field goals, or Tristan Novano. Doesn't matter. We got to go for it on almost every single fourth down. You have to. Okay, I trust Dylan Raiola and his arm over the kicking situation. Any logical person does. We cannot do this anymore. And the reason why I'm being negative, I know some people are going to be in here and they'll be like, Wilson, why are you negative? We won. Because I'm trying to hold this team to a higher standard. Okay, yes, it was good to get the victory against Purdue. They're not very good, but it was good to get it. But I want this team to win 7, 8, 9 games. To be as good as we know they can be. And there are some critical errors that are really holding us back. That we've seen time and time again. So the field goal kicking was horrendous. That's the number one thing. Number two, the running back situation is super stupid, right? When we saw Dante Dowdle start the ball game, Ramir Johnson. I've told you guys over the last couple of weeks, we need Emmett Johnson to get more reps. This guy is legit. He averaged 12 yards a carry versus Northern Iowa, 9 yards a carry versus UTEP. And I'm sitting here every week saying, why is Emmett Johnson not getting more carries? He suddenly comes in the second half and gives our offense life, and everybody's acting like, whoa, where's this guy been? He's always been this good. I don't know why Matt Rhule just decided to play him, but liked what I saw from Emmett Johnson. That's a little bit of a positive and a negative. Penalties were awful today. Penalties were awful today for Nebraska. I want to see what we had total in the penalty department. We had 11 penalties for 94 yards. Unbelievable. And again, Purdue had 13 penalties for 160 yards, so they did a little bit worse. The refs were bad, but they were not one-sided. They called the game pretty consistently. They were tacky. They would call those stupid penalties, but they did it for both Nebraska and Purdue. We've got to clean this up, especially going into Rutgers next week. They're 4-0. Rutgers is a very, very good team. We need to clean that up, because we cannot have stupid false starts, stupid holdings, blocking the backs. Even Matt Rhule had an unsportsmanlike conduct. Like, it just shows you today wasn't our day, but we've seen the same issue throughout the year. We have these dumb penalties. Wanted to mention the offense real quick again. I thought the offense played really, really well. They got down the field. Even the first half, when we scored 0 points, they consistently got down the field. It's a very good offense, okay? It really is. It should be a really good offense, because it's the most talented offense we've seen in years. We have the most talented quarterback we've had in a decade. We have the most talented running back we've had in a while. Same with the wide receivers. Like, this should be a better offense, and yet it's not. Again, we had 0 points in the first half. I thought they got up and down the field very well. They just can't get touchdowns when it matters, and for that reason, we tried to, put on the field goal unit, and they're awful. So we need to clean this up, guys. But overall, there are some negatives from this game. Okay, we should have won by more. It's a bad Purdue squad. Really is. This is probably the worst team we're going to play this year going forward. So yeah, I'm trying to hold us to a little bit of a higher standard. I'm stunned after that first half, because it showed how grossly incompetent our special teams is, and some of our offensive woes that really haven't went away. At this point, I don't know where we stand going into Rutgers because, it was good for us to bounce back and get that win. That speaks volumes about the coaching staff that we bounced back and still won pretty handily in that second half. But there's still a lot of concerns going forward, and Rutgers is very good. I don't know how good we are. I don't think we're as good as Rutgers. Spoiler alert. But interesting game, pretty perplexing. But we get it done 28-10. All right, guys. Offensive MVP, Emmett Johnson. I thought he played just really well. He gave this offense life in the second half. Officially, according to the stats, let's see what he had on the day. See if they want to tell me here. Oh, perfect. Emmett Johnson, 8 carries for 50 yards, averaging 6 yards a carry. So Emmett Johnson is my offensive MVP. Again, he gave this offense life. And the defensive MVP, it's going to go to Sear Wright. Man, he was balling out, had almost an interception, had a good PBU, had a little bit of a knee injury, but I really like what I saw from Sear Wright. He was our best defensive player today. I thought John Bullock played well. He gets honorable mention. Of course, he had that pick 6, but overall, we'll take the victory. I'm not giving it back. Giving it back, but we want it. We want to clean these things up, and you got to do it now. All right, guys, let me know down below. What are your thoughts from this game? Hey, make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. I post daily Nebraska football content. You're not going to want to miss it. And hey, if you're watching this right after the game, join my post-game live show. I will be live right now, so join it. Yeah, everybody, make sure to do that. But as always, go Big Red, go Matt Rhule, and I'll see you in the next one.